Last video, we were actually going to form a composition, which basically means we're going to actually do more than one translation. So for this one, for TU, I want to find this image after the composition of first this translation, and then I'm also going to do that second one. So when I'm doing these, I like to take one endpoint at a time. So I'm going to start with T12. And I'm going to perform that very first translation. So that means I am going to subtract 2 from x. So I'll have 1 minus 2. And I'm going to subtract 3 from y. Well, my y is 2 here, so I'm going to subtract 3 from it. And so since I'm creating a new point, I'm translating it, I'm going to make sure I mark that as t prime. Okay, well when I do 1 minus 2, I get negative 1. And then 2 minus 3, I also get negative 1. So that was that very first translation. But now I need to perform the second translation. So I'm going to go ahead and just rewrite my t prime down here. And now I'm going to actually perform that second one. And so since I'm moving it a second time, I am going to have to put 2 tick marks here. So now I'm going to call this t double prime. So that is indicating that I have translated this twice now. And so now for the second rule, it says I'm going to subtract 4 from x, so I'll have negative 1 minus 4. And I'm going to add 5 to y, so I'm going to have negative 1 plus 5. And so when I do that, I get that t double prime is equal to negative 1 minus 4 is negative 5. Negative 1 plus 5 is 4. And so that's my very first answer. And so I see I subtracted 2 and 3 from the very first one. And then in the next one, I subtracted 4 and added 5. And so my points 1, 2, negative 1, negative 1. Okay, so I got my very first point translated. Now I need to do my second one. So I'm going to start again with that very first translation. So that means I am subtracting 2 from x and subtracting 3 from y. Well, 4 minus 2, I get 2. 6 minus 3, I get 3. And I'm going to go ahead and rewrite my translate point here. And now I need to translate it a second time. And since I'm translating second time, I now need u double prime. And in my second translation, I am subtracting 4 from x, so I'll have 2 minus 4. And adding 5 to y, so I'm going to have 3 plus 5. And so when I do that, 2 minus 4, I get negative 2. 3 plus 5, I get 8. And so again, I subtracted 4 and added 5 for my second translation, subtracted 2, subtracted 3 in my first translation. And so I get this at the end. Okay, go ahead and pause the video. I want you to try that second one on your own. Okay, so this is the answer that you should have gotten. So for that first translation, I needed to add 3 to x and add 1 to y. And that second one, I needed to subtract 6 from x and subtract 4 from y. And those were the ending points that I got. Okay, that's it for this video. If you want to look at some extra examples, those are linked below. Otherwise, your homework is on Edulastic. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, have a great day.